Well, Dion, how's it feel, man? It was good. Obviously this was a game, guys, that I didn't know what we were going to have coming in. And when I say that, it's because we really, as a coaching staff, challenge these guys. And we always talk about choices, and they had a choice to make to really kind of throw in the towel in some ways, or respond, do what it takes to win, and gut it out. And we've talked a lot in these media sessions about grit, and we've talked about kind of expanded a little bit, but there's physical grit, which I think we've displayed a lot, and then there's mental grit. And we had a lot of mental grit tonight, and we had guys that played very well, and it was a tough week. You look at Derek, who took him out of the starting lineup, and he had a choice, and he led us in scoring, I think. And so he obviously made the right choice. So I'm proud of our guys. We know what it takes for us to be successful, and for us to win and close games. And we found a way to do it tonight, and it was really with toughness. Two guys next to me both hit big shots, and were huge for us all night. And we talk about physical grit, and Javon obviously going down, flagrant foul. Didn't look good coming back, hitting some big shots for us, and then Dion being a senior. Just being a senior, and great poise. I knew when he turned it over, I knew he wouldn't turn it over again late in the game. And so, in some ways, and I know I'm talking a little bit, but when you go through a stretch like we've gone through, sometimes it's hard to remember how to win and hard to remember how to close. And I thought it kind of felt like that, the last minute, but we found a way. So we're going to learn, get better from it, and keep moving forward.
Dion, this game seemed like a number of recent home games, close, low scoring in the 50s, but this time you guys win. Yeah. How does that feel to finally, after we feel like we've seen the same thing a few times, and now you guys come out on the right side of it?
Yeah, it feels good to get that win. We needed it, especially playing the last 4 conference games of the year. So I think hopefully we can take the momentum into the rest of the year, and hopefully we get some more wins.
Javon, what happened on that play?
I looked at him, and all I know is I turned my back. He was going full speed and just pushed me from behind.
It looked like when you came back to the bench, you took your shoe off and you were putting on the sock trying to tighten it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I was putting on the sock, tighten it up.
Was it you were limping? Was it an ankle?
Yeah, it was my ankle.
It's an ankle for everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
On a side note, I guess, and I don't know what this means, but we got a subtweet from LeBron James about Javon Freeman. That's pretty cool.
Matt, what's the status with Marcus? Is that still his
It's could he have played? Yeah, he could have. But it's just, I love his toughness and I love his grit. I think at a point though, hindsight's always 2020. Maybe he came back a little bit too early. We're just trying to rest it and get it 100%. When you're as athletic and your game, requires a lot of athleticism, and you lose that sometimes, it's hard to make that adjustment. And I think Marcus was struggling a little bit for it. So just get him healthy and get him back.
Any idea how long he was out for?
I mean, he could have played tonight. He could have played. Again, we want to get him 100% healthy.
Dion, not to make it like a personal thing, but obviously some guys over there, and just how nice is it to get the season sweep over them?
Obviously it's good, but I would have took a win against anybody. I just wanted to get that win, and hopefully we can build on it.
That was starting Jay. Was that more of a broader thing based on a number of games you've seen this season, or specifically Pippen went for 23-8 against you guys last time? You wanted defensive presence.
Part of what happened after the Drake game was we just challenged the guys. We said, whoever's the toughest in practice is going to start. There are no starters. I thought Jay was pretty tough. And so, we're moving forward with it. Obviously Derek's still a huge part of what we do. And again, it wasn't easy for him tonight. I get that. I understand that. But I thought it was the best move for our team. And, you know, when you lose 7 out of 8, you know, sometimes, you know, you just got to shake things up a little bit. And that was the goal. And again, you know, Derek had a choice. You know, he could have chose to, you know, sulk about it, or he could have chose to perform. And led us in scoring, and you know what we talked about. He kept a lot of balls alive, a lot of second chance opportunities. There was a lot of tough plays from him tonight.
Dion, that's 4 games in a row in double figures. What have you been doing effectively offensively these last few games?
I just feel like I've been getting the ball in spots where I can attack and be aggressive. That's about it.
Matt, there was a play where when Javon got the ball close to where you were, and I think everyone looked over at you, and Javon kind of looked a little confused with the ball, and you guys shouted something, and everything looked disjointed, and then he just put his head down, drove to the basket, scored, I think got fouled. Just, I mean, is those the kind of plays that he can make?
Yeah.
And then I guess how happy are you that when things are going completely awry out there, you've got someone who can get to the basket and make a play?
Oh, that's why you recruit good players. You know, frankly, you know, Javon did kind of mess up the play that we were trying to do, and he made up for it in a big way. That was a big bucket, big and one. So I actually looked at the ref. I said, well, he busted that play, but it's nice to have good players on your team. And the ref chuckled a little bit. So.
And Javon, can you just take us through that? Because you had like a stone-cold look of confusion on your face for a second, and then you just went and played basketball. So
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I guess I just zoned out, and then like I looked at the shot clock and it was getting down close, so I just went right to the basket.
Dion, they had 19 turnovers, and I think like 8 in the first 8 minutes of the second half, when you guys jumped out to a lead.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think was so good about the defense for you guys?
I think we were just locked in and focused. I think when we're focused on the defensive end, we're really good. And sometimes when we're not, when we lack focus, we give up stuff that we shouldn't do. We don't switch, we don't communicate. So I feel like we were locked in for those first 4 minutes.
Now, what happened to Brian?
I'm poked in the eye.